our cell phones and just use that. But
Good morning.
Good morning, Dale.
Happy Monday.
Same to you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning, Man Baker calling in.
Morning.
Hi.
Aaron, are we waiting on anyone?
Morning, Mike.
Morning.
Do we have Nicole?
I think we got Melanie.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Mhm. Are we ready to
And do we
start?
have Nan?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Ready whenever you are, Mike.
Okay, Sharon, thank you. Good morning, everybody. Monday, April 19th, Board of Control. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Good morning. Calling the roll for the Monday, April 19th Board of Control meeting. It is 11:02. Dale Miller,
Here.
Nan Baker,
Here.
Trevor McAleer serving as an alternate for Purnell Jones,
Here.
Mike Chambers serving as an alternate for Erman Budish,
Here?
Lee Tucker serving as an alternate for the fiscal officer,
Here.
Melanie Say serving as an alternate for Mike Dever,
Here.
Lenora Lockett.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Okay, thank you. At this time, I'm going to make a motion to approve the minutes of April 12th. Do I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Lee Tucker. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Hi.
Opposed? Okay, the minutes are approved. Moving on to public comment. Is there anyone from the public that wishes to speak? You may do so now. Okay, there is no public comment. Moving on to contracts and awards.
First item, BC 2021-177, Department of Public Works, recommending an award on requisition 4281 and enter into a contract with Shermer Construction LLC in the amount not to exceed $366,178.95 for Shady Road replacement of existing culvert C 02.22 over Busby Ditch in Olmsted Township.
Melanie Say, Public Works. This is just a construction contract for the Shady Road replacement. The recommended vendor did come under estimate. The original estimate was $520, and the estimated cost is $366,178.95.
Okay, thank you, Melanie. Are there any questions from the board on this item? Okay, hearing none, I'll make a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second. Miller.
Seconded by Councilman Miller. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Hi.
Opposed? Item approved. Next item.
Next item, BC 2021-178, Department of Public Safety and Justice Services, recommending an award on requisition 3410 and enter into a contract with Kitty Hawk IO Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $20,250 for unmanned aerial system live streaming services for the period April 1st, 2021 through March 31st, 2024.
Good morning. This is Mary Beth Vaughn from Public Safety, and this is for the unmanned aerial system, the drones that are used by the County Emergency Management Team. And the service will allow multiple viewers to observe the drone flight from any internet source in different locations without impeding the operations of the pilot.
Thank you, Mary Beth. Are there any questions from the board on this item?
Yes, this is Dale. Could you say a little bit more about what the drones are used for?
We
Director,
use,
you want me to, I can carry this, Mary Beth.
okay, thanks, Alex.
Councilman Miller, this is Alex Pelham, Director of Public Safety and Justice Services. These drones allow for our team as well as first responders to get a view when it may not be advantageous to be right in front of what's going on. Some examples of this include, if you remember the large structure fire in Rocky River in 2020, the Pepper Pike gas line explosion, as well as some flooding that happened in Parma in the Valley View area in 2019. So one is the geographical area that allows for to do damage assessment as well as situational awareness. The other use that has been done has been working with our law enforcement partners to see civil unrest as well as demonstrations that are going on.
Are there further questions from the board on this item?
I have a question, Ann Baker.
Yes, please.
So how many drones do we have that is under the control of Kitty Hawk?
Councilwoman Baker, are 4 that are utilized by the Division of Emergency Management and 1 with the Sheriff's Department. So those views are what the benefit of this is. It allows for a different view of each one, as well as if there are more than one up at the same time.
And if I may, are all of these under this contract for 20,000?
Yes, ma'am.
And one other question, or actually I have 2. One is this used subjectively? Is this just used for whatever we may feel it's needed, or does it have to fit a certain criteria of emergency or crowd control or something like that?
So this is, while there are limits on what we do, the limits are there in order not to overtax the system and the individuals that fly them, because there are certain pilot certifications you have to have. So those are a little bit limited, but they are made available to police and fire, as well as public works throughout the county when there are incidents where they're needed.
And if I may, I'm just curious about this. Does our real estate department use this at all? And when they want to, during the assessment process of looking at buildings that maybe they're not allowed to, do they take sweeping pictures, or is it used for that at all?
Councilwoman Baker, these specifically, no, but I would have to defer to that group about what they do for aerial photography.
Okay, but not this, they don't use these 5 drones.
No, ma'am.
Okay, that was my questions. Thank you.
Good.
Thank you.
Any final questions? Hearing none, then I'm going to make a motion to approve. Do I have a second, please?
I'll second Dan Baker.
Seconded by Councilwoman Baker. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Item approved. Next item.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Next item, BC 2021-179, Sheriff's Department, recommending an award on a purchase order to Dubbert's Professional Outdrive Services Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $74,418.77 for the replacement of 3 engines for the 2011 Boston Whaler 350 Challenger patrol vessel for use by sheriff's deputies for the Operation Stone Garden project.
This is Laura Sims from the Sheriff's Office. The engines are needed because the ones that we have are no longer working, and the funding is 100% grant funded for the replacement.
Okay, thank you, Laura. Are there any questions from the board on this item? Hearing none, then I will make a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second, Miller.
Seconded by Councilman Miller. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Item approved. Next item.
Next item, BC 2021-180, Department of Health and Human Services, Community Initiatives Division, Office of Early Childhood, submitting an amendment to a contract with Family Connections of Northeast Ohio for program administration services for the supporting partnerships to Assure Ready Kids program for Invest in Children for the period January 1st, 2020 through December 31st, 2021, to expand the scope of services to serve an additional 70 children in the cities of East Cleveland and Cleveland school districts, effective February 1st, 2021, to extend the time period to January 31st, 2022, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $200,000.
Good morning, Marcos Cortez with the Office of Early Childhood Invest in Children. Again, this is a contract amendment with Family Connections for our SPARK program. SPARK is our early literacy program for 3- and 4-year-olds, where a trained parent partner provides early literacy in the home. Obviously now it's virtual. This is funds from the Cleveland Foundation in the amount of $200,000 to extend the time to January 30th, 2022.
Okay, thank you, Marcos. Is there any questions from the board on this item?
Just one quick question, if I may.
Yes.
What is the age for the SPARK program?
3- to 4-year-olds.
3 to 4, and you're teaching them how to read at 3 to
No,
4?
this is, they provide there's a set curriculum. There is, the basics of your ABCs and math involved.
For 3 or 4. Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, any final questions? Hearing none then, I will make a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second, Miller.
Seconded by Councilman Miller. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item approved. Moving on to today's consent agenda.
Yes, moving on to consent agenda items number BC 2021-181 through 184.
Please take a moment, board members, and to review the items. Does any of my colleagues have a question on any of the items?
Nan Baker on 183, just want to thank the person who, Marcos, for giving me the response on the why we were taking the Willow Elementary School, which in his explanation is closed. Good answer, and converting it over to AB Hart. So thank you for that. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Any other questions on today's consent agenda from the board? Hearing none, I will make a motion to approve. Do I have a second, please?
Second,
Second.
Miller.
Seconded by Councilman Miller. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Today's consent agenda has been approved. Moving on to other business.
Yes, we have one time sensitive mission critical item, BC 2021-185, Department of Health and Human Services, Division of Children and Family Services, recommending an award on requisition 6230 to Laurel Oaks Behavioral Health Center Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $24,999.99 for emergency placement services for the period April 13th, 2021 through July 12th, 2021.
Good morning, Emily Lockshine, Health and Human Services, on behalf of Children and Family Services, presenting a mission critical today for a 15-year-old female youth who requires psychiatric residential treatment. The youth is being placed at Laurel Oaks Behavioral Health Center located in Alabama. This facility provides a safe and secure environment for children and adolescents with psychiatric, emotional, behavioral disorders, and offers stabilization services for those needing short-term treatment in a secure setting. Their treatment programs promote crisis resolution, social skills, and personal growth in a monitored, safe environment 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Laurel Oaks utilizes a multidisciplinary approach to a patient care that emphasizes team decision-making at a high level of coordination between a team of clinically trained professionals in order to provide youth with structured and therapeutic environment to work through developmental, education, psychological, and social problems. Excuse me. This 15-year-old youth has had a placement disruption due to severe and persistent mental and behavioral health issues. She has been exhibiting increasingly more deliberate attempts at self-harm, which requires significant staff support.
Hey, Emily, thank you. I'm assuming then after this, it'll be added to the master contract. Is that correct?
Yes, that's the intent. And I did want to add that she does have there's been a potential adoptive relative identified for this youth.
Okay, thank you. Are there any questions from the board on this item?
Just one question.
Yeah.
I certainly support this, of course, but I'm just curious why we have to go as far as Alabama to provide these services.
Thank you for your question. Youth providing this level of intensive psychiatric care treatment, there are very few beds available. Our first option is to always seek out local services or services within the state of Ohio. Unfortunately, it's just not always possible.
Okay, so Alabama through Laurel Oaks was the only opportunity there was to help this child, is what you're saying?
This child has actually been through several psychiatric residential treatments and has disrupted all those placements. So she has been in other facilities, and this was the facility that was able to take her quickly.
Okay, thank you for the answer.
Yeah, thank you. Any final questions from the board? Hearing none, then I will make a motion to approve this item. Do I have a second?
Second. Miller.
Seconded by Councilman Miller. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Item approved. With that,
Thank you.
we're going to move on to public comment. After we get through all of our under 5,000 items. Is there any public comment at this time? You may speak. Okay, no public comment. Therefore, I'm going to make a motion to adjourn. Do I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Lee Tucker. All those in favor to adjourn, please say aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? We're adjourned. Thank you again, everyone. Appreciate your time.